Hi, I'm Brent Waller. I'm the creator of the 30th anniversary Ghostbusters project. In this video, we're going to take a look at the upcoming LEGO Ghostbusters set and talk to the official designer Marcos Spessa. The first part of the submission was the four Ghostbusters themselves, which Peter Venkman, Ray Stantz, Egon Spengler, and Winston Zeddemore. The most difficult part was probably Peter Venkman himself. I had to create a custom face and hairpiece from him, which is actually a classic 80s hairpiece filed down to form his sort of unique widow's peak. The next part of the project was Ecto 1 itself, which I spent a lot of time trying to get the features quite right, including all the details on the top. Probably the most challenging part though was the side, how they have that nice curve to it and the way it flows back into the fins. I probably had about 8 or 9 iterations of that before I settled on this final version, which I'm quite happy with. And lastly is the Ghostbusters headquarters, which is actually based on a real working firehouse in New York. It wasn't actually a part of the original submission, it was something I added probably about 2 months later. I was building it for my local LEGO Users Group Expo, and I thought I'd add it to the project to add a little bit extra interest. I never really considered it to be part of the final product because it's so huge that it would probably be too expensive for LEGO to produce themselves and for fans to buy. So I just settled on the Ecto 1 and the Ghostbusters themselves. Now that we've seen the Ghostbusters beginnings, let's see where it's gone with the official Ghostbusters set and talk to its designer, Marcos Spessa. Hi Marcos.
Hi from Denmark. How you doing?
Not too bad, yourself?
I'm doing fine too, thank you.
So, what was your experience with Ghostbusters before you were assigned to this project?
When I was born in 1989, the first movie was already out. So I actually grew up watching it a few times on TV because they were always running it every now and then. So it started slowly becoming part of my childhood. And when I became an adult and collecting, these sort of icons and the themes that would be part of my imaginarium for the years to come.
So what was your reaction when you were first assigned the project?
Well, I was quite excited with the chance. Originally, I wasn't even necessarily assigned to the project. I was trying to, give a little hand to the project because they were really, really busy with everything that was going on. And since I was very excited about the whole idea, I tried to lend some help.
So do you want to walk us through the project and show us some of your favorite features?
Yeah, I can start by showing you the final car. So this is the final design that we're gonna have on sale soon, that everybody's gonna be able to get their hands on and build their own Ecto 1. And as you can see, there's a lot of little icons from your own model that we managed to keep. So the overall aesthetics and the overall outside look, it's pretty close to what you had. There's a few here and there touches that I took the liberty to twist and to change a bit. I tried to get the car as close as possible to the reference. And touching on that, I would like to highlight, for instance, the wheel and the solution that I found for the wheel hub. Let me show you something. If you might remember, you have your own version down there, that you use the normal Lego rim that we've had for quite a while in our stock. First of all, what I tried was to find something that could give us that metallic round shape in the middle with the outer line in white that is quite iconic from the wheels in the real car. I even attached a little picture here. So I was investigating what kind of elements could we fit inside the Lego rims, and there was not that many that could actually fit inside. So that was on its own quite a challenge. And then I found this element. I don't know if you recognize it from the collectibles. It's the waist.
Yeah, that's the dumbbells, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And it has never been used in a Lego set besides this minifig from the collectible series. But it does fit inside the Lego rim, and it did achieve the look that we were looking for, and even better with the Lego logo right on it. So it looks pretty cool and pretty classic. This is the sort of the changes and tweaks that you would definitely agree on if we had the chance to communicate in an early stage.
Yeah, it's something I looked at that detail in mine, and I couldn't figure out how to do it with my own pieces or any pieces available to me. But so that was one of the cool details I really liked.
Yeah, I'm really happy that you agree on that then. Some other things that one of the things that I had to start with was to build a stable and flat frame to build the car on. As a Lego fan and as a Lego fan myself, I used to build a lot as a fan before starting to work for the company. I used to build just like you did, achieve the shape that I wanted and not really care so much about building flow, stability or whatever. But doing a Lego set, we do have to think about those things, because at the end of the day, there will be a lot of kids building this model, and a lot of even a lot of Lego fans that are not so experienced with the bricks. So we need to provide them a really good building experience from the beginning. So there was also one of the key things that I had to look into in changing. So starting with a frame or a stable starting point for the car. Then something else that I would like to comment on is that the use of these are just an example of two elements that you used, that they really bring a lot of detail to the car and they really work well with your model, but unfortunately they are elements that are not available in our stock, and they haven't been for quite some time already.
What was the most challenging parts of the model for you to design?
Well, one of the biggest challenge I had was actually to, achieve that angle with the side windows of the car, but keeping the room inside for the figures, because we are doing a Lego model and it has to have some playability as well. It has to offer, it is a toy at the end of the day. So we wanted to make sure that the minifigs could fit inside the car. So as you can see in this model, we actually achieved quite a big amount of free space, and I would say that with a bit of luck and some tryout, you can fit the 4 characters in it, because you can see 2 in the front, 1 in the back, and you can lay back the 4th one. So all of the 4 characters could actually fit inside the car, and that was definitely one of the biggest challenges, because, and you know it better than most people because you tried it yourself, it is quite just a bit of an angle, and it's quite tricky to find it in the Lego in a stable way. But I was lucky enough, I would say, because it was most of all out of luck, that I found this connection, and it just seemed to work, and it was perfectly fine, and it was giving us the angle that we needed, and it fitted into the Lego system, the Lego grid. So it was definitely a challenge, but a successful one in the end. And another thing that also offered quite a challenge was to build up the backpacks. You can see through here that we had quite a few iterations, and we tried several different options with a lot of different combinations of elements and details. But the problem is that the backpack, besides being a very iconic thing for the character, with the Lego elements being brick built, it easily becomes too big to attach to the minifig. And then in order to ensure the right quality and the right stability, to offer the possibility to the kids to play with it without just falling apart all the time, it was a big challenge to find what is then the right combination of elements. We ended up going for the solution that you might have seen already in some of the pictures that we released, and we even had the chance to introduce a new decorated element that brings up the detail to it. But this one definitely was the solution that offered us the best combination between the look that we wanted, the size proportion we wanted, and the connection and the strength that we needed to deliver for a Lego model.
I was very impressed with the interior you guys did on the Ghostbuster. It's something I couldn't really manage myself, given the way I built the interior, and the way you've managed to squeeze those angular windows in and still have a full interior was very impressive. What area of the model are you most proud of?
Well, I'm quite proud of the side windows of the car because of the challenge that it offered, but I would say that the bits that I'm most happy about is probably the back side of it and the back section on the sides, like the way that the lines just flow. And yeah, I think that is probably my favorite part of the car, and maybe the front, because there's a lot of shiny metallic silver parts, and they look always nice.
So who's responsible for coming up with the awesome minifig designs, and what's their process?
Well, we have a graphic design team working with us to come up with the minifigs and decorations and stickers, and they definitely do a great job. The one designer that was assigned to this project is Adam Corbally, and I've been working with him in a few other projects. He's a really great guy and he's really talented, and he has done definitely an awesome job with his figures. You obviously have seen the figures, but something that probably hasn't been very clear through the shots that have been released so far is that they actually have some really nice decoration in the back of the torsos.
So apart from the minifigs, there seems to be a lot of decorated pieces in this set. Are they printed or are they stickers?
I'm very happy to tell you that they are all printed. So there's no stickers in this set, yeah.
Cool. So, one last question before you go. Who's your favourite Ghostbuster and why?
Well, Peter Venkman has to be my favorite, and I think it's just because it's Bill Murray, and enough said.
Well, thanks for your time. When's the set coming out and what can you tell us about it?
Well, the set is going to be out in June, and I hope you all be very happy with the final product that we managed to bring to everybody.
Thanks, I can't wait to get my hands on it, and my kids definitely can't wait to get their hands on it, so thanks for your time.
Thank you for your time too, and great talking to you.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.